It has been said and I had to say it again. What is the next thing to gain? One issue to be repeating time and time again. If I can recall your minds when everybody stands to attain the rights of the pillars to rise again, but everything remains unattained. So what is the next step if this matter can't be obtained? All must listen to this, for we say education is the key to success, but still detest to be the source of that success. I hope this nation will be driven away from the darkness as we wish to be in the world of brightness. We want our nation to be in security but never want to be the pillar to a greatness. We aim for a better medication but no hope for those in service for their happiness. What a so-called nation without the pillars we call the civil servants of the nation. Can we even develop as a nation if these pillars to the nation are termed the minority of our progression? Can we even be protected if the security personnel are being underappreciated? How can the citizens be treated if the motivation for our health personnel are not provided? How can the citizens be educated if the teachers we call the noble professors are being disrespected, for their lives are always being affected by those corrupted tools of policies acted against their rights and still want them to be operated as expected? Tonyamu dubeonati, abuka badeno, kudol biyele wol nineta mabolano, otofonsa lenkanama isaje tiliu ninto dansa sabatino. Ni malta nyala ebuka kumbu sino, bankola samation lu hani kabi wala mele nyandol sotono. This is not what we have expected for the civil servants to be disregarded. They deserve not to be neglected despite all what they do for their nation to be well escalated. Instead, they must be fully rewarded, not to be in any case decided to make them suffocated. They deserve to be compensated with more than what they earn to maintain their duties as anticipated. That's what they wanted, for their efforts to be apprehended. They must be complimented and be appreciated, not to be discriminated, and accept the fact that they deserve to be well treated and be respected. Itolle mu bankola sama siunti, bunyani horomo ni njori kendo wala mula wosidati. Bari na nyata nkol me mutafendi, ime kumayandi soko ni se nganyandi, ila kata kuoye wala doyandi, ibuga fendi la bari seji kindi. They are never treated equally but treat them unfairly. They say the civil servants are the pillars of the nation, but they always show ungratefulness for their profession. If that's not the case in any condition to my own observation, then why are they being poorly paid, causing them suffer from high cost of living, deceiving them to have poor revenue situation? But that's really not the case in any condition. Instead, their mismanagement of our revenue and widespread of corruption leading to economic crisis of our nation. They will spend millions of dollars on tours and vacations. This is a very bad implementation of action for our economic expansion, buying the luxurious cars out of taxpayers' money for their own satisfactions, transforming intelligent civil servants into deceivers of people in our own nation, so as to promote the interests of politicians and eventually crisis on rooftops for lack of funds. Is this really a good prediction for the development of our nation? Nyininkari bambalon nin jabiri suntan le intel fasile. Nyin kuma kam metan da konole. Bari fonsa tubu ka fali ko tilimbali a metale. Bari ila vitamina han kabi e nyama wolaje. Nyaba kun kono fele rolla. Meta koresi rolla le bari nsafa le ko wato bandale. E ko nin kurdu fundi lotu e fanansa siyotu waye. Bari atole intel disappointed. Tulota bako bari akabako kumo moyle. Utonna kuma kanga fude male andu e ka moyle. Bambola kundimi uniaje santa kero yo moy isalo ngo kana la afwaye. Oto alinyin kuma kan fonna nyato nkole ko civil servants ko ela karafa jo man fensi. Anin jabiri ko yo min satina depanso e fensi. And that's what they deserve to win the victory. They must be given equal opportunity to rise the country. That's a national duty, and of course it is their responsibility to develop the country, as well as to be paid equally as the civil servants of the country. Mr. Madi Jobari once said, and I quote, "Civil servants must realize that they do not owe any allegiance to the government. They owe allegiance to the Constitution, which guarantees their rights. For their salary is not a charity or favor from the government. Rather, they have the right to a decent salaries and incentives, just as the NAMs and other bodies of the government. This is the fact, but nobody talks about it, only a few to stand for their rights, for they have not been valuing them as the pillars of the nation. So I stand for their voice to be heard. Their voice really matters. Without their presence, there won't be any progression in our nation. So we have to value them. because they are the reasons we are called a nation. D. Touray, the intellectual.